Well, good afternoon, Lakeshore. It is time for your Wednesday encouragement. I was thinking a lot this week about just David and Goliath, and as I was kind of pondering some of that story in Samuel, just thinking about some of the great things the Lord has done. And I think sometimes we just have to have a perspective change when we're looking at things that are happening around us that are out of our control. Each week, it just seems that things, even daily, things are just changing, and we have to put our trust in the Lord. And I was just thinking about how people in the Bible have given us such beautiful pictures of doing this. When you think of David standing up against Goliath, and you have a whole army, the Israelites are all fearful, and they're just like, we can't do this. No one's willing to step up. And David just comes in knowing who God is. And I really believe this is the answer. When we know God, no matter what we're facing, no matter what we're going through, that makes the difference. We trust Him. We walk situations out where it's like, at any cost, it doesn't matter about my own life. I know who God says He is. So I just want you to think about that today when we're thinking about David just being a little shepherd boy, the most unlikely person when you have all of these other warriors, and he's the one who says, my God will be the one who will not be mocked, who will be avenged today. And he just stands up and he goes up against a giant. So, what giants are we facing today? We look at things that are happening right now with, COVID-19. We're looking at, situations where, what if we get sick financially? What if things go downhill? What if I lose my job? We can go through a whole list of things. And in reality, if we stand in that place saying, I know who my God is, I know what to expect because of what He's going to do, even if everything falls apart, God is still with us and still has a plan for your life. So I just want you to be encouraged today to think about these things. And then the perspective change will be like this. When God says that He'll do something, He'll do it. Thinking of even Moses when he took his people through the or through coming out of Egypt, that would have seemed impossible. Then they're standing at the Red Sea, and all the people are starting to complain, saying, it would have been better for us to stay there. Like, you let us out here just to die, Moses. And that's their heart. They're not trusting God yet. And in a lot of cases, they never get to that place. But when Moses stands there knowing that God is going to do it, like he never knew God was going to part the Red Sea like that, God made a way. And for us as God's people, it's important that we're not complaining, that we're not looking at, well, God, what about this? And you didn't take care of me here, and what about that? If we know Him, we trust Him, this is the same God that we serve that took down Goliath, that parted the Red Sea, that did so many miracles. And you just read through your Bible today. Just find one book that you love, that you think that story is incredible. Daniel in the lion's den, you know, I would not want to be in a pit of hungry lions. And, the reality is he knew who God was and he stood there trusting Him, and in the end, wow, how amazing are these stories that we hear. We love hearing about them, but the exciting part is we get to live it today. So let's not be grumblers and complainers. Let's look to God. Let's know He is who He says He is and stand in that. Bless you, Lakeshore. I am just so thankful to be able to give these messages out. And tune in again on Sunday. We are going to have our testimony Sunday as well. And they are just so encouraging. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out on Facebook yet, please do. And if you know somebody who's not getting them, send Liz a message and we'll email them out as well. So that's kind of our goal, is to make sure that each person is getting them. Bless you and have a great day, Lakeshore.